Hello, my name is Edwin Eddings, and I'm doing my strategic evaluation report on the NCAA. And this is for my leading as a general manager class. The stakeholders that I want to persuade in this case are the student athletes, the media, the Power Five schools, and schools who participate in championship bowls or tournaments. The main reason for this case, I just want to talk about the unfairness that the smaller schools have and the advantage that the bigger schools have because of the rules and the guidelines of the NCAA. For example, you have the APR, the academic progress rate. That pretty much measures the retention and the eligibility of a student athlete. So basically, what they do is they came up with a measurement to where each team is pretty much measured for their retention of the athlete and their academic standard. The thing about it is there are certain loops or gray areas that aren't talked about when talking about that. The loops and the gray areas that they have is say if you lose a kid from retention that doesn't want to be there any longer, if they move to a 4 year level school, um, that university will not lose a point. The chances of a bigger school losing a point is slim to none because on the athletic side, if they're leaving those big schools, a lower level school is almost 100% to pick up that student athlete, even if they're a walk on. But on the lower level side of it, um, the likelihood of them going to a 4 year school is very slim. The only way that they'll move to another 4 year school if they have really good stats or they pretty much know somebody that recruited them prior to them coming to that university. Another thing that's not fair is the NCAA has come to be a $1 billion corporation due to the student athletes. But things have changed within the last 5 years where there's been a case between student athletes that feel that the NCAA is using their skills and their talents to benefit off of them. So therefore, they feel like they should be compensated for whatever for their skills. I totally agree with them because of the fact that where there are kids who come from poverty, that come from nothing, and they use their skills and stuff to get them an education. Yes, but the NCAA is benefiting off of them and piggybacking off of their skill, and they're generating a lot of money off of merchandise and TV sales and ticket sales. So I feel that in order to compensate for that, they should pay the students. But there's only one problem with that. The students won that, so therefore they came up with something called cost of attendance that pretty much pays students. But the thing about it is, that's only for the higher level schools and mid level schools. The lower schools, they can't really afford that. So therefore, if a student athlete is looking to go to a school, they're pretty much going to choose a school that gives cost of attendance rather than those schools that do not, and that puts us smaller schools at a disadvantage. So the main thing that I'm arguing about is the lack of the NCAA is supposed to be the governor of keeping everything fair. You know, they talk about integrity. They talk about doing what's right. But how do you leave out the little schools? You know, you basically talk about the big schools and you cater to them. Yes, they generate a lot of money for you, but I think that if it was a level playing field and smaller schools had the same resources as the bigger schools, I feel that the smaller schools would generate a lot of money for you as well. I hope that this video was very informative about the NCAA and why I feel that They should change some things to make it an even playing field, as they say that they do. But they're missing a lot of factors to where smaller schools are put at a disadvantage, and they're supposed to be the governing body so that everyone has the same experience or has the chance of having the same experience. And I believe that's totally wrong and that's not right. So I hopefully some people see this and they kind of uh, join me in my informative speech in letting people know what's going on out there, especially with the NCAA, because it's such of a powerful organization and corporation in the world today. Thank you.